He's been with Toastmasters 4 months. This is his 4th speech. So we know what his superpower is. His professional interest is that he's a professional chatterbox, and he's a super social person. And his speech objective is to educate and to inspire. And his speech title, What You See is What You Get. A 5 to 7 minute speech.
I'm gonna take you all on a journey with me. It was my first day at my job. I had spent all morning training with the best trainers in the business, but now had come the time where I needed to prove myself. I was all alone. I must have stood in front of that door for what seemed to me like an eternity. My hands were shaking. My brow was sweating. I was nervous, feeling the anxiety. I was a little weary that I was going to make things. But I took a deep breath. And I told myself, you got this. So I reached out for the door handle and I went in. Now, does that sound familiar to you guys? I think we've all been there, whether it's on an interview for a job or walking into a networking event and not knowing anybody. Or more relatable, trying to talk for the first time to your crush. We've all had that thought of, how are we going to come across? Have you guys ever heard the saying, you don't get a second chance at a first impression? Mm-hmm. Well, it is theorized that you have 7 seconds to make your first impression. And within those 7 seconds, people will make their judgment of you. So from what we wear, do you like it? To how we carry ourselves. First impressions do matter. And tonight, I will give you the superpower to nail that first impression every single time. First impressions boil down to 3 factors. And we in the business of sales like to call those C factors. Those are your smile, your eye-to-eye contact, and your enthusiasm. So let's start with a smile. A smile is not just one of the tools in your arsenal, it's one of the most powerful ones. When you smile, you're telling that person you're talking to 2 different messages. The first one is, I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. But the second message is, I am excited to be talking to you. I am happy about this interaction. Smiles are so powerful that every day there are poems, odes, and songs written about smiles. A smile will build trust and confidence in you. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. So make sure you smile bright, smile big, and smile genuine. The trick to a genuine smile lies in the eyes. When you smile for real, your eyes wrinkle right here. But when you fake smile, nothing happens to your eyes. And people can tell when you're fake smiling. Phyllis Diller said, remember to always wear your smile. Without a smile, your attire is incomplete. Have you guys ever had the pleasure of talking to a child who did something wrong but does not want to admit it? And you know they did something wrong. Even more, have you ever spoken to an adult and you just got this feeling that they were deceitful? Chances are this was due to lack of eye contact. Direct eye contact has a few different purposes. Like a smile, it helps develop trust. It also gives you an honesty background. So if you're looking at somebody in the eye, they automatically feel confidence in you. Eye contact also tells a person, I am engaged in what you're telling me. I am listening to you. I am interested. And at the same time, it also tells you whether they're paying attention to you or not. If they're not looking at you, you lost them. Make sure that every single interaction, you look at that person in the eyes. There's a rule that you should hold your gaze for 3 seconds and then maybe look away. And while it seems like very little, 3 seconds can be an eternity. Last but not least, there's enthusiasm. Have you guys noticed that whenever you go into any social setting, the person who is most surrounded or who attracts the most people seems to also be the person who is happiest to be there? Yes, Ken, that will be you. A good attitude, an enthusiastic attitude, gravitates people towards you. It tells them you're fun, it tells them you're friendly, and it tells them you're approachable. But when you're not enthusiastic, that just tells people you're boring, you're dull, and you're unapproachable. So people tend to stay away. Enthusiasm can be tricky though, because you do not want to be that person who's over-enthusiastic talking to somebody who might not be at that same level. So the rule of thumb, you want to keep it one notch over the person you're talking to. There's a reason why everybody likes Tigger more than they like Eeyore. But you do not always want to be Tigger if you're talking to an Eeyore. Correct? Mm-hmm. I want to leave you with one last key. And this key is very particular when it comes to first impressions, and that is body language. Scientific research has shown that 80% of communication is done through nonverbal cues. So before you even open your mouth, people are already listening to what you're saying. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself, to welcome to somebody that you may have not met before. Just reach out, grab that door handle that may be standing in your way, and make your move. And if you don't know what to say, just say, "Hey, Jose Vela." And it has been truly my pleasure.